Hold on, give me 1 second. Hi everybody, hello. Sorry I got a little bit late. I was showering and stuff, so give me 1 second. Yeah, welcome everybody, welcome. So, today we'll be going over, of the new Pilot Awaken, or the first batch of Ian Pilot Awaken that is coming soon. In fact, it's coming in like, in about like 10 hours or so, right? I think. As well as we're gonna just talk about Carestia as well to see if it was worth it in today's meta and how it is actually like. I'll give you my opinion and everything, and you know, you can make your own judgments. And also this is also a Q&A stream, so feel free to ask me any questions. Hold on, let me log into my own YouTube real quick. Let me just so feel free to ask me any questions. I'll try to answer them as soon as possible. And if you're watching this later, you can everything I talked about is timestamped in the comments and in the description, so you can just skip to there. Let me open up my own stream real quick. 5 people, welcome. Alright, awesome. First, no one. welcome. Awesome. Seems like everything is all good, so let's. Good day, Bunny. Good day. Well, welcome. You know, you know, feel free to share this stream with other people who might be interested. So, alright. Also, I'm so happy because you know this skin got live 2Ds. It's just so cute. I think it's also live 2D in Ian, right? I think. Yeah. Alright. Let me get everything ready. Oh, yeah, let me start music and everything. Alright, there you go. I hope it's not too loud. So if it's too loud, definitely tell me. Alright, so let's so while we're waiting for more people to come, let's start with some news. Live skin. Envious. No worries, I'm pretty sure this skin is available in Ian as well, I think. So if we go to Ian, right? And if we go to skins. Yeah, never mind yet. Ian is not live yet, but soon. I'm pretty sure after the thing it will be Do we get a bunny skin for buying battle passes? No, we don't. We actually get them from. You can just buy them from skin. So over here, look. You can just buy them. It does cost a bit of skins, but I think it's worth it. I think it's totally worth it. Yeah, that is for the skin. So. What else? Yeah, I was gonna talk about something. Alright, so some news. If you don't know, you know, Ian, what's it called? The update is coming. These are update notes. All you need to do is just go to Ian, go to Ian official. And of course, new Pilot Awaken coming. And the Pilot Awaken has been confirmed to be Becas. So where is it? Yeah, to be Becas. Slokai as well as Carol, which is pretty interesting because you know usually we in NC our first batch was Becas, was Becas and what's it called and Slokai. That's pretty interesting. Ian get 3, maybe you will get more as time go. We will see. And yeah, honestly that's about it. Staff came back from their break, and of course. This what's it called? This Mori skin that's super cute is coming to Ian as well. So very awesome. And of course as well as the thing that we're gonna be talking about today, the Carestia. Hello, oh my god, welcome. So many people, welcome. So many people. Yeah, thank you. Today I'll mostly be talking about, you know, the guidance stuff, which I have already prepared. For example, if we look here, yeah, I already prepared when I'm gonna talk about it. So. Alright, but I think welcome, Jay Blaze. Alright, it seems like there's a lot of people here, so let's start. Let's start with the new Mecha. So the new Mecha that is coming to Ian is Carestia as well as its retrofit. That is coming. Hello Jake, hello everyone, welcome. So Carestia S, is it worth it? Personally, how do you say? Based on what is coming soon, if you are a player who focuses a lot or who cares more on PvP and PvE, or who cares more about strength and usefulness instead of mecha design, then I will say it's not worth it. Mainly because there are a lot of new units that is coming soon that will be better than Carestia S in both PvP and in PvE. So that's the reason why I say it's not worth it. However, this doesn't make this unit bad at all. Yeah, this doesn't make Carestia bad at all. So yeah, welcome, so many people, welcome to the welcome now, welcome. So yeah, so again, I don't recommend it if you value usefulness and strength. Mainly because there are units coming soon that might be better or that might be more worth it on spending your money on. However, again, this doesn't mean Carestia is bad in any mean. In fact, it should be on par in most against most mecha in EN. But one of the big reasons why I don't recommend it is also because it is extremely expensive. Because Carestia without a retrofit, without the S, it's not usable, but it's not good, especially in today's meta. Yeah, even when it just came out, Carestia is not good. Carestia is not good even without a retrofit. So, again, so this is the reason why I don't recommend it. However, again, it's still a very good mecha. It's still a good mecha. If you're someone who is waiting for Carestia for a long time and you love the design, then I definitely think it'll be worth it for you to get. So, if you like the design, so yeah, if you like the design. So how is Carestia? Honestly, Carestia, so, we probably had to go to Ian, yeah, so, cause, Ian actually have the English, the English, Ian actually have the English, Chinese translation. So, how do you say? I would say it's pretty, it's not niche, technically, but, it has some skills that sound extremely OP. Hold on. The music is gone. Now, that sounds extremely OP as well. I mean, and which they are OP, but, there you go. Alright. Alright. I didn't rehearse this, so I don't know where I should start. So, you know what? Yeah. Let me start for the gaming. So let's start from its basic stats. It have 7,350 HP, which is pretty normal in today's standards. And again, today's standards, HP amount doesn't really mean anything. In fact, sometimes lower HP might might even be better. So, and the weight is 169. 169. Not too heavy, not too heavy, not too light, which is good because if you're too light, you'll be pushed around even more. So speed is 88, which is not good. Which is it's not a downside technically because most move in this game kind of just teleports you around. However, sometimes you will feel like Carestia is a bit slow when it's just idling and moving. So, but overall, not a big deal. So now, what is the most good thing about Carestia S is its chassis. So if you go to the chassis, right, before it gets retrofit, the first chassis is upon receiving HP reduction status conditions, reduce damage received, and enter rampage mode. So honestly, the English doesn't make any sense, but just know that pretty much the rampage mode means most of its stats are increased. Like most of the stats, like attack, defense, and stuff like that. Most of them are just increased overall. So, and whatever. The thing is, I don't really get what it means by HP removal effect. So I assume it's just when it can take damage, but I'm not too sure. But as far as I know, this chassis is not that great. So yeah, overall. But its second chassis. So its second chassis, decrease HP healing effect received by all enemies by 5%. So this is very interesting because if you guys remember, or if you guys pay attention, a lot of the skills that have to do with nerfing or that have to do with debuffing HP healing effects, they usually debuff the skill. For example, if a skill will heal you 50% HP, right? Then there will be a skill that say, healing skills are reduced by however many percent. Then that skill will only heal like maybe 40% and stuff like that, based on how strong that debuff is. However, what this debuff is this debuff the HP amount of your healing. So basically, if you're gonna be healed, so say this skill is gonna heal you 100% of the HP. You get that amount of heal, however, this skill will make you heal. Basically, how do you say it? It doesn't affect the skill, but it affects the amount of HP that you receive. So that means this supposedly and theoretically, it should work on pretty much all healing effects, including healing per second. However, similar to other skills that deal with healing debuff, this does not, or either it's a bug, or it just does not work on love, like the 1% healing skills, like the 1%, the 1% healing skill, this one. It does not work on love, but no one, like, even the people who did not many doesn't understand why, because most of the skill, like a lot of skill that heal like 4% per second based on your HP, that thing will actually be slowed down, even though it's the same thing, recover 1% HP per second. So it's a bit weird. Maybe this have a different properties, or maybe this bug have been fixed. But just know that supposedly it's supposed to make you heal less overall, which is pretty good. Which is pretty good in today's meta, where there's Shinketa dragons, there's all of these healing effects going on. This skill will be very, very good. But again, some skill doesn't work, and also skills, or also healing skills that give you a set amount of HP. For example, say Himiko's revive, right? So say Himiko's the Himiko's revive. Where is Himiko? Why is Himiko gone? So let's go into Himiko. So if we go to Himiko, right? So Himiko's regeneration, when HP drop below HP, will self-activate, recover HP to the fullest. Because this kind of effect regenerate you to a certain amount. So basically, you don't get healed. It's kind of like you teleport your HP from 50% all the way back to full health. Therefore, it's not a healing effect, quote unquote. Therefore, this skill will also not be affected by that chassis. So it's extremely weird. It's extremely weird, but just know this kind of thing happens, which is a shame, because if it does affect every single healing effects, then that will be really, really good. That will make Carestia a really, really good anti-healing meta. So, and the second part of the second chassis is that when attacking the subject with the wilting seeds, didn't see and deal additional damage. Not too bad at all. Just extra damage from the seeds. It also implants one on enemy every 10 seconds. It's a bit slow on the start, but it's a good addition. It's a good addition. So wait, hold on. What was I gonna say? Oh, someone. The first chassis I think means to be stuff like Beta Legend entrance effect. Oh, true. Yeah. If it does, then I'll be good. Yeah, see, honestly, I feel like Carestia, a lot of them are meant to anti-something. Like, you see, like, the first one, anti-Beta Legend, and the second one kind of like, anti-healings, and now we have this one where, well, this one doesn't really do anything. This one is just, extra damage, so. But I believe, I don't know the exact amount, because I didn't really look too much into it, which I might look more into it when it does come out on Ian. But just know, just extra damage. And what else? Okay, so before Carestia got the retrofit, right? Before Carestia got the retrofit, this is all it has. It has the healing debuff, which is pretty good. It has the first chassis, which is It also has the seed implant, which is also because it does good damage, but it does not is not really used in PvE either, so it's not like the best so it's not like the best DPS, so it's just kind of like a bit lackluster. However, the new retrofit, so Carestia S got a new chassis that, upon receiving fatal damage, delayed death by 14 seconds, in which Carestia S damage dealt and resistance status condition will be boosted by leap and bounce. Okay, again, Ian's translation is extremely weird. But anyway, so additionally, if any enemy's units is killed during this period, extend the effect duration by 7%. Inactive for clones and summoning. That means you cannot use this against Ab. If you can use this against Ab, then then Carestia will be anti-Ab. So, but yeah, anyway. So basically, essentially, you get a 14-second guarantee unyielding. So which is pretty good. Unyielding is always pretty good. It has been. I mean, it have kind of fallen off the meta. After a while, after Death Struggle, and other near death skill has been a thing. However, this one guarantees you to have 14 seconds, which can be pretty OP into this meta. So, and one of the reasons that it will be OP is because this leap and bounce, again, it's so weird that, the thing is, it's pretty much the same thing. It's pretty much the same thing in Unsea, but let me just show you the effect on the leap and bounce. So let's see what I can have. See, pretty much it is immune to every single thing. Is immune to every device. So if you look here, right? Look here, right? Everything is turned to 99%. And I believe you also get a 150%. Yeah, see, everything is 99%. I guess that's what they mean by leap and bound. And also, it also get like a 150% final. Yeah, it also get a 150% final. What's it called? Final damage increase, which can be pretty OP as well. But one of the downside about this mode is that you cannot recover from this. So the moment that the moment that you reach that they hit you in your fatal hits, what's gonna happen is doesn't matter if you regenerate back to full health. Yeah, doesn't matter if you regenerate back to full health. After 14 seconds, you will die. It's a guaranteed death. It's guaranteed death. There is no so basically, say you have a life steal shell on, right? And during this period, you get back to full health. But the thing is, after that 14 seconds is over, you will still die. Basically, you just combust. So it's kind of a shame because if you can come back after 14 seconds, that would be good. But again, I feel there's another limitation on the thing, because I don't think it'll be too OP for it to not do that. It's like for it to heal back after the fatal damage. So, but anyway, it is what it is, and this skill have been proven to be not too bad at all when it came out on Unsea. So I'm gonna assume that it shouldn't be too bad either in Ian as well. So again, 14 second unkillable, just really good. So, but I don't really expect the second part to work, like the extended by 7 seconds after the enemy dies, because it's so RNG based. You don't know when the enemies will die. So I personally, you need to be at that 14 second after you've taken a fatal hit, and your enemy had to die. It's kind of too much to ask for, so in my opinion. But anyway, it's his chassis, which is basically not the only buff, but it's biggest buff. And it pretty much the meaningful thing, it only got this one, and that's about it. So, again, kind of a shame, but at least it is improved. So, its weapon is also pretty straightforward. The thing is, it has 6 drones. It has 6 drones. That means on paper, it has more drones than Kamui, and probably the same amount of drones as Infinity and Infinity Retrofit, not Retrofit 2. So. Its first first weapon is a sword type, so you can use things like charge blade and stuff like that. I personally don't recommend doing it. I recommend just using usual that increase damage, or just life steal heals, or life steal shells. So, but the thing is, as far as I know, its drones are pretty good. So, and I think it also has some special effects it also are also really good at applying, acid effect, which is further debuff against, heal heavy teams. So not too bad, not too bad. So that's that, and other than that, honestly, not much are good. Yeah, not much are good, or not much are. Well, it's not much are good, but it's just not much are, how do you say, are special, I guess. So, and now for his actions, because I didn't really go, dig deep into it. But I just know that most of his skills, so one of the biggest downside for Carestia is back then a lot of his skills are non-force grabs, but the Retrophic pretty much make most of his see, for example that one, but that's a new move. But basically it makes most of his actions and weapons are for became force grabs, and because of that now it can actually do damage now in than PvP, especially if they're not using, or especially if they're using if they're using treasure stabilizers as well. So, but overall, really good improvements on most of his actions. And I believe the damage are also increased for the most part. And its new ult, that one where it turns like an enemy into a crystal, that one is also pretty good because it does stabilize. Yeah, for example, that one it does stabilize the enemy a bit. And also just dealing a huge amount of damage to his targets. The only downside, I guess, is because it's not AoE, so it can technically only do damage to one enemy, which is kind of a shame. But there is collateral damage. But what are the chances for the enemy to also be near your attacks? So, yeah. But overall, honestly, how do I comment about this? This unit, I really think is a shame. It has such a cool effects, like the one with the crystallizations, the chassis with the seed implant, but I don't know, it's just not, it's underwhelming. It's not bad, but it's underwhelming. Yeah, it's underwhelming. It's not bad at all, but it's just a bit underwhelming compared to some units today. So, yeah, does Himiko work with the revive, or does it for 14 seconds? The final one, yeah, I believe, because I think this one, but the thing is, I don't know. See, I don't know. I haven't tested it yet, but so I know that that 14 seconds comes after Death Struggle, and Death Struggle comes after Unyielding. So if you have Unyielding, Death Struggle, and you're using Carestia, it will kind of go like this. It'll kind of go Unyielding, and then it will go Death Struggle, and then it will go to this one. So, whereas Immortality can be extended by Becas Unyielding plus L to if that's the case, then that'll be pretty cool. Yeah, if that is the case, then that'll be pretty cool. But yeah, so I think, so based on that, I think it will trigger after Himiko. So yeah, so if you want to use Himiko on it, I've never seen people use Himiko on it, but if you do decide to use it, I think that skill might work. But definitely test it. Yeah, if you are gonna get it, definitely test it first. So yeah. But again, just overall, if you like Carestia, I do think you should get it, and you won't regret getting it if you do like Carestia and you like its design. But if you're someone who only cares about PvP strength, or PvE strength, then I don't recommend using Carestia, or I don't recommend rolling Carestia just for the Retrophic, because again, you need Retrophic to work. If you don't have Retrophic, it will just be a very outdated mecha, to say the least. So yeah, don't forget to drink water, Yi. Okay, yeah, thank you. Hold on, let me let me cough real quick. But yeah, thank you for reminding me. Thank you. But yeah, okay. So another thing is that I think this drone are probably one of the best drone in the game. I think. Well, I don't know, but it feels like it. It really feels like it. The attack interval on it is so fast, and if you combine it with some drone skills, it really it really feels powerful. So yeah, it really feels powerful. But yeah, that is about. I think that is about it for Carestia. It does have 2 counters, which is also not bad. As a PvP mecha. So yeah. I believe again one of these counters, one of them was not force grab, but now it is a force grab. So I think. Also, most of it's force grab. Although they are force grabs, unlike some other grab moves, this that grab cannot grab large like huge bosses, like bosses that are in Trial of Origin and stuff like that. So just heads up, I guess, because just heads up. Because some move can grab large bosses, but some move couldn't, like Carestia. So. But overall, okay. So if you're talking about upgrading from Carestia to Carestia Retrofit, then that's amazing. The upgrade that Carestia got is pretty awesome. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It got what it deserved. Well, I do wish there's more, but it does got on par with today's units. So. Alright, so that should be everything with Carestia. Now, let's get into the Pilot Awakens. So, is there any people left? 19 people, welcome, oh my god, there's so many people. So, let's get into Pilot Awakens. So the first one I'm gonna talk about is gonna be Becas. Yeah, Becca. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna turn back chat on once in a while to see if there's any question Q&A. Yeah, finally, yeah, sorry for the wait. And again, yeah, so oh, actually, before doing that, let me tell you guys how to awaken, right? How to awaken, what to do. So to do awaken is very simple. First of all, get your pilots to level. So first of all, you need to be level 75 or above. Yeah. Good morning. Yeah. Good morning, Chaos. Good morning. So first of all, get yourself and your pilots to level 75. And yeah, Ian is getting awakened tomorrow. Yeah, or in about like 10 hours. I think. So yeah, first of all, get yourself to level 75 as well as your pilot to level 75. And after doing that, you need to also max out your pilots to 10 star. That means having 1,000. Yeah, so not 2,000. That means having 1,000 of your of affection. So you know what? Let me go to Ian. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's easier if I do it on Ian. So let's say, so yeah, so basically like this. Yeah, is it's level 85. I do think it's level 75. Hold on, let me just double check. I think it's level. Okay, so I don't want to down myself, but I'm just gonna say level 75 because that's what I remember. If it's 85, correct me. Yeah, correct me. Yeah, definitely correct me if it is 75. So, but I'm just gonna say 75 right now. Yeah, get your pilot to level 75. Get your affection to 2,000 so you can upgrade your star rank to max star. So basically, yeah, get your pilots to 10 star. And after that, you're pretty much good. And after that, you need to do. I'm pretty sure Ian already have events and stuff where you get like the Awaken coins, right? So basically, yeah. So do events, do events, or just do. Oh my god, I'm confused. hold on. Yeah, let me gather my thoughts real quick. Yeah. Good morning. Yeah, good morning. Let me gather my thoughts real quick. So, after you do all that, yeah, get your pilots to level 75 and max start. Either do the daily, or soon this mode will unlock. Either do your dailies or do any other modes that can give you these Awaken coins. And after getting these Awaken coins, go over here. Yeah. Or again, Ian will unlock these soon. Go to the exchange shop and go to not exchange shops. Go to market. So hold on. Let me go to exchange. Go to exchange, and after you go to exchange, there'll be a new dealer that is coming up. That is the Awaken shop, and over here you can start buying the Awaken materials. And let me use Awaken. Let me try to awaken the pilots right away. So do I have any awaken pilot that I haven't like do it yet? So let's say Hong Xiaoyi, right? Hong Xiaoyi, I got it to level see, I have level 95 max start. All I need to do is I need to get 3 of this. So I check where it came from. I can just factor using here, redeem 3 of this. Now I got it, and then now I go back to Hong Xiaoyi. There you go, Hong Xiaoyi. Go to Hong Xiaoyi, and now we can unlock here. There you go. After unlock, now Pilot Awaken has been unlocked basically. And I believe you do go to yeah. There you go. And after that, but the thing is, even though your pilot is awakened, there haven't been much change yet. And what you need to do now is you go in here, and you need to start upgrading these nodes. And upgrading these nodes is pretty much the same thing. You go into your you're gonna go to the shop and you're gonna buy the amount that you need it. So just buy, you know, like 50 pyramid, get 500. And let's go back to Hong Xiaoyi, and then go to Awaken, and then we'll just upgrade these nodes. And just keep on, and basically just keep on doing that. And as you unlock more nodes, using more of the resources, using more gold, you can start unlocking, you know, more and more nodes to a point where until you unlock everything. Yeah, what's it called? Yeah, until you unlock everything. So, and the thing is, you don't need to unlock everything. You don't need to max out on everything. You only need for Pilot Awaken, you technically only need to do it 80 times, because every time is 1 level. Because after you level them up doing this 80 times, you pretty much have unlocked all the new Awaken skill, which is pretty much the most important part. You can go further and beyond, but the thing is, if you do go further, after level 80, you are not able to basically refund everything anymore. So so for example, let me go into a pilot. Let's go into Becas, right? I have Becas at 80. If I go any more higher, then I am unable to refund everything that I have used on Becas anymore. So I don't suggest you go over 80. So but basically after you do go to 80, you'll have all 4 skill unlocked, and each of the skills from the active skill from the first one all the way to the last one, you will unlock them every 20 levels. So after every 20 nodes that you unlock, you will unlock 1 skills. And that means usually they're kind of clever, because usually they have their 4 skill as the best skill, so you do need to spend, you know, more resources for it to be at level 80 to, you know, for it to function at the fullest. So kind of shady, but it's fine. Yeah, but honestly, yeah, that's pretty much it with Pilot Awakens. And I believe you can also, there's also a thing called Awaken candies, where you can start upgrading like, I guess you can save resources and just directly upgrade like a level without using the resources, using the candy. But the candy is kind of the scam, because you exchange hard box with it, so not really worth it. And again, if you do go to the shop here, you can also use this. This is the ticket. Basically, you can return your working pilots to your to the non-awakened states. So yeah, overall. And after that, another thing is that if you do upgrade your your working pilot above level 80 all the way to 100, you will get like a custom icon that is basically a live 2D icon. So basically, if you see someone's icon is moving, like their Becas is moving, that means they have their icon, or that means they have their Becas or whoever that they have the icon to be to what's called to level 100, which I think is not that worth it to get it to 100. So and hold on just a second for that for questions. Let me just finish on everything real quick. So let's go into. So hold on. Can we find it here? Can we find it here? So there you go. See, see how these what's called these icons are moving? These basically means that you upgrade your pilot Awaken to level 100, which I guess you can use this to prove that you really like this pilots, because the amount of resources that you're spending on this will be enormous. So yeah, live 2D icons. So not too bad though, not too bad at all. Oh, live 2D Shindo, nice. Alright, so that should be how you do the Awakens. Again, any question just ask, and if I've missed anything, just ask. Oh, actually, one more thing that once Awaken unlocked, every day you have 3 tries on doing this, and doing this is the main way you get Pilot Awaken currencies. The main way you get Pilot Awaken coins. Yeah, just basically you have another chore every day now to do to do in Iron Saga, because yeah, there's this new mode. Because usually there's no usually, unless it's like a celebrations, there are no events where you can grind the Awaken coins, aside from maybe like the one time challenges. But usually this is the main and only way for you to get Awaken coins. So basically it really so basically you need to start logging in daily, and you need to start fighting these. So alright, so I'm getting all the questions, so let me answer all of them. Yeah, let me start answering all of them, and let me go into this one. Okay, so let's start with first one. Working time. We're going looking a little bit late. Working tomorrow. Yep. Even good morning. Did dance. Clock game had them. Yeah. The reason is because clock games is kind of like a celebration, because it's the Chinese New Year. Therefore, clock games have them, which is really good. Which is really good, because now. So basically, yeah, do the clock games, guys. Do the clock games, so you guys can start awakening whichever that Awaken that you want. I highly suggest Becas Awaken, so you guys can start awakening pilots right away. And after you're doing that, I'm pretty sure you guys can do much better in both PvP and PvE, or to do even better. Yeah, pretty sure that you guys are doing good already. So I don't think I've got to any Awaken coins. It's kind of a bummer. It's fine. Again, don't worry. You'll have there will be events. So man, I don't have Becas Awaken. It's fine, because Becas Awaken is really strong, which I will get into in a bit. Is there any pilot suggestions for Awaken UU? Of course, the new the ones that Ian gonna get. Slokai, highly recommended if you are going for PvE. Becas 100% recommended. Even more recommended is Becas will probably be one of the best, if not the best pilot in the game right away. The moment Awaken came out, Becas will probably be the best pilot in the game right now. So yeah. Yeah, and no joke. Becas will be the best pilot in the game after Awaken come out. So yeah. Karu is very defensive, and I do think it will also be top pilots when it came out as well. So yeah, so if not also the best, so or also one of the best. So so just the arena is gonna be starting becoming more and more unoriginal, is what I'm saying. So yeah. And there understandable, I love it, flexing. How much coin do you need for a Awaken pilot? Okay, so there's a calculation of it in the Discord. Yeah, in our Discord, there's a calculation of it somewhere. But from what I understand, or based on the calculation that people said, it takes about 1.5 months to awaken a pilot. Yeah, and I don't think that is counting. Yeah, I don't think that is counting the RNG. So basically, if you're doing this mode, right? If you're doing this mode, if you're not welding at all, because there'll be welding packs for you to, you know, have more tries in this. So if you don't do any paid tries, it takes about 1.5 months about to awaken a pilot fully. If you use everything like well, and I don't think it also counts. So if you get lucky on these boxes, then maybe 1 month or maybe even less than a month, maybe. Cause yeah, from my experience, it usually takes about 1 month. Yeah, it usually takes around 1 month for me to get enough coins to get what's called to awaken a pilot. So I would say about 1 month. How many coins? I'm not too sure. Yeah, I'm not too sure. There are calculations of it. So I suggest just join Discord and find the conversation. Or I'll try to find it for you, and I will and I'll send it to you. So how and flexing my Awaken get check back is what level required for Awaken? I believe 75. 75, I believe. Again, I hope I'm not wrong. I remember it's 75, but it could be 85. But don't worry. But if you've been playing this game since since like say a few months ago, then I'm pretty sure you can already upgrade it. So I think it's 75. Yeah, I think it's 75. Yeah, I think it's 70. You know what? Let me test it right now. You know what? I can test it right now. I don't know why I didn't. So let me go to Pilots Awaken, and let me go to what's the pilot that I don't have that level 7? Let me go. I need to look. Hold on. You know what? Let me go Awaken, and let me go here. Yeah, 75. I confirm. 75. I don't know why I'm doubting myself, because I don't want to, give misinformation. So 75. Becas, if Awaken Becas is 10 out of 10, what is Slokai in your opinion? 10 out of 10 in PvE, and like 5 out of 10 in PvP. Alright, so if you combine together, probably like, I don't know, man. Okay, you know what? In PvP, it's like 100 out of 10, cause you almost need it 100% of the time for Becas. So like if you, actually I don't know. Yeah, I would say Slokai is probably 9 out of 10 because that one off is that it's not good in PvP. So yeah, that's the reason why it is 9 out of 10. So Becca's 10 out of 10. So yeah. Can we get any skill upgrade? Can we select any skill to upgrade, or are they locked in a fixed order? Sadly, they are locked in a fixed order. So, which is the reason why most of the good skills are the last ones, forcing you to have to upgrade it to level 80. So, scummy-ish. So, yeah. But yeah, so any more questions? So this should be So I think that's everything. Alright, and if there's no more questions, then I'm gonna start. Yeah, I'm gonna start on Becca's Awaken. So I'm gonna start on Becca's Awaken. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna have the chat up, right? I'm gonna have the chat. Yeah. Oh, 24 people. Welcome. So I'm gonna have the chat up, and I'm gonna move this in the middle, right? I'm gonna move this in the middle, and I'm gonna I'm gonna turn off chat real quick. Again, I can still see the chat, so feel free to chat, but I probably won't answer the Q&A until I'm done with the pilot. So, alright, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna turn this up. There you go. Alright, this is the more technical things now. Alright, so, and don't worry, I'll be talking about the TLDR and stuff right away. So, okay, also, my bad for the clap. Yeah, okay, so, okay. So, I'm probably gonna be, the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm probably gonna be uploading this clip on YouTube, as a video as well. So, this is the reason why I'm doing, this right now. So anyway, I'm gonna start on a TLDR on all of them. Yeah, I'm gonna start from a TLDR on all of them. And then after that, I'm gonna start breaking down each of them, starting from Becca's, starting from Becas to Slokai to Karo. So. Alright, so starting from first, Slokai. So I mean, it's not Slokai. I don't know. My brain is not working right now. What's going on? Alright, anyway. Okay, so starting from Becas. So Becas TRDR, again, great DPS and tank for both PvP and PvE. How do you say? I don't even know how to do TRDR anymore. It's just such a good such a good pilot. Just you know what? Hold on. How do I do a TRDR? Just from low tier from low tier to beyond top tier. It's a great DPS and a great tank in both PvP and PvE. And it is also pretty much usable on all mecha. That is basically all non-support mecha for both PvP and PvE. In PvE, you probably want to go for DPS because it's more worth it. But yeah, overall, not picky about pilot, not picky about mecha. And just makes everything. It pretty much makes every mecha that you put him on top tier, or not top tier, but if you put it on a low tier mecha, it'll probably be on par with some of the mecha today. Maybe it might be over exaggeration, but it will be a huge boost to it. And put it on a mecha today, it will just become insanely powerful. Yeah, insanely powerful. So, and yeah, that should be about a TLDR of it. So, alright, and now for Slokai. So for Slokai, let me go to Slokai. So for Slokai, honestly, probably the best PvE pilot ever. Mainly because of her force skill that it decreases her target's final defense by 21%. And again, this is just insane, right? Because this benefits the whole team. That means all of your DPS can start doing insane, an insane amount of damage. Just more and more, how do you say? Yeah, just an insane amount of damage. Insane amount of DPS boosts for your team's DPS. Her other skills are also good too, but his force skill itself make her the best PvE pilot. Still been using top PvP teams has been using her ever since she came out. There hasn't been any pilot that can top Slokai in PvP so far. So, and it might be a bit tricky to pair her with her pilot pairing. It's a bit tricky, but overall, as long as you can keep her alive, it should be good. Yeah, as long as you can keep her alive, it should be good. Most people will put her on support and boss locker, but honestly, yeah, people put her on support and boss locker for the optimal play. But usually, as long as she is living, she is doing a great service to the PvE team. So. And Karo is just a great it's kind of the opposite of it's not the opposite of Slokai, but how do you say? It's where's Karo? So for Karo, it's just a great PvP defensive pilot. It is unlike how do you say? It's how do you say? It's just the defensive. I'm gonna get into her stats later, but if you do with her skill, everything that she have defensive, oh, actually, you know what? Yeah, one of the most interesting or one of the most notable things that she have is she have a safety net. She have an HP safety net at 30% HP. It's not like a revive, but it's more like a once she hit 30% HP, then she will get a great boost or great defensive boost permanently for her force skills, 5-second immune to all damage, pretty much unyielding at 30% HP, and of course get life steal and everything. So essentially, you can probably get back to full health with the permanent all-type life steal, as well as the 80% status effect immune. Come up with something you already have 100%, and also immune to knockdown, just straight up immune to knockdown. So yeah, this is one of his most unique skills that will work really well on pilots or a mecha that I guess like for example the mecha that have chassis that can only activate at a certain HP. So there's a safety net. Basically a HP safety net. Yeah, basically a HP safety net. And how do you say? And basically overall, it can make tanky mecha much more tankier, and it can make not tanky mechas much safer. So yeah, that's just like you know what? The TLDR of it. But I feel like I already talked too much. So anyway, my bad. Alright, so that's a TLDR. And let's start, I guess, break it down. Break it down in more detail. So, any more questions? Hello, you. Thanks for the things. I need this. Yeah, all good. Welcome. Thank you. Yeah. Let's go. Awaken pilot. So pledge sound romantic. Yeah. For sure. Yeah. All right. So let's start with Becas Awaken. Yes. Let's go back to Becas Awaken. And let's break it down on how Becas Awaken. Is. So Becas Awaken. How much was it? Again, yeah. Just let's start from the skill 1, right? Skill 1. Use Mecha's strongest ability immediately and plus 18% final damage and final defense. Just by reading that, you know, it's not, it doesn't sound as broken, but again, 18% final damage, that guarantees it to do high damage in PvE. And the final defense are also really good in PvE, in PvP as well. So this move is just great in both PvP and PvE, and it's a long-lasting effect. It's not like only 5 seconds. It's permanently. It will just get this 18% damage and an 18% final defense buff. So yeah, good in both PvP and PvE, and of course, it uses Mecha's strongest abilities, and most of them are X ult, right? And you know how strong the X ults are. And you know how strong the X ults are for mechas today. Is additional iframe, is insane amount of damage, and most of them are force grab, most of them are force damages. So you can't really go wrong. It's just broken. Like it's so good, right? It's so good. I mean, there's much to say, I guess, except just it's too good. Both PvP and PvE, yeah. So, not much skills will just directly give you like 18% buff in both final damage and final defense, right? So, and this skill are also really good, especially I guess also really good to be used or that to be paired with pilot or not pilot with mecha that relies on X ult. For example, Carestia relies on him using his X ult to do as much damage as possible in PvE and in PvP as well. So having this AS will force Carestia to use it, because again, for those who have Carestia, pretty sure you have an encounter where Carestia doesn't want to use his X ult, right? But with this skill, it will force uses it, and it's just additional chance for it to one-shot the enemies, or one-shot, or do huge amount of damage to your boss. So overall, really good, especially on Carestia and stuff like that. So, and of course other unit, and of course other mecha who also have a good X ult too. So. Second skill are also incredibly broken. Increase ability cooldown speed, weapon reload speed, and attack up to 40% as the battle time increases. So the longer the battle, it will charge its ability cooldown, its weapon reload, and its attack slowly all the way up to 40%. Do you guys know what 40% means? 40% is better than the hydraulic. It's hydraulic plus 10%, but without the drawbacks of the lower HP. And of course, not to mention the reload speed. And I mean, the reload speed might come into a detriment sometimes, maybe on some mecha. But overall, it should be good. And of course, attack to 40%. That's hold on. Okay, so 40% ability cooldown. That means, I mean, 40% is close to 50%, right? Now imagine Shinken the Dragons. can use their action, can charge an action half as fast. How crazy would that be? Because I can already see that Ian have Shinketa Dragon plus Becas Awaken, and just have a Becas Awaken Shinketa Dragon just last forever because it just cannot stop moving, just constantly spamming his X ult. Constantly doing that. Because, again, how is this allowed? 40%, that's also 2 transition core without the, it's like, why? So, if you don't kill Becca's Awaken sooner, which is pretty hard, which I will get into why is this hard, then it will have a 40%, then eventually it will have a 40% ability cooldown increase. This is not allowed. Yeah, see, let's see here, depending on the mecha, Becca's will just be harder and harder to kill, while spamming more abilities to do insane DPS as the fight drags on. Absolutely insanity. Yeah, absolutely insanity. So, one of the reasons why, see, because you have a skill like this, you want to kill Becas as soon as possible, right? How do you do it? It's almost impossible. Because he have probably one of the best revive in the game. Yeah, probably one of the best revive in the game. So basically, skill 3. Flip a coin or 50-50 chance, upon receiving fatal damage, either get a 100% HP revive, and your ability cooldown will be refreshed by 100% as well. So what does that mean? That means when you take, so if you get this one, right? If you get this 50-50, when you take fatal damage, when you take the fatal damage, first of all, back to 100%, but just by default, and also your all your actions are immediately charged. So that means your X ult. Say you're using the Hraesvelgr, right? Using Hraesvelgr, you get hit. Then they get hit. They get dealt the fatal damage, back to full health, and Hraesvelgr can immediately use his X ult, his powerful X ult, to do massive damage to anyone. Basically, that's if you get this 50-50. Again, this is already easily broken, so maybe the other half are not as good. But no, the other half are just a much better version of his previous one. So it's his other 50-50 is after they receive fatal damage, 5 seconds be unkillable, so basically unyielding, while having the ability cooldown speed increased by 60%, which is it doesn't refresh immediately, but it's still a huge amount of cooldown charge. And you also gain a 60% all-type lifesteal. So what is the difference? Because if you have a 60% all-type lifesteal, by the time your unkillable state is over, you probably already deal enough damage for you to go back to 100% HP. So to be honest, there isn't much difference. I think, at least, I don't think there is much difference between these two. So, I think the 100% HP one are better because it's safer. Because when you're unkillable, I believe you can still be controlled. Like, I believe you can still be CC'd. So you might not be able to do the damage to heal back. So the first one might be better, but still, the second one, even if you only have the second one, it is an insane unyielding, insane buff on unyielding. Absolutely broken, just absolutely broken. I don't know. See, this is the reason why I say the moment Becas is the best. Yeah, Becas is the best pilot the moment that it get released on EN. This is the reason why I say that, because it had the best revive as well as just everything that I just told you about. So, and do you guys think that's it? This is not just it, right? This is not just it. His 4 skill are equally as dumb. It's not. It is broken, but it's probably not. It's probably not like, how do you say, like, over the top, I guess. So, his 4 skill, when hit, permanently increase status effect immunity by 5% and 2% defense. Trigger once per second, up to 20 times. So now, what is 20 times 5? 20 times 5 is 100%. That means, if it get hit 20 times, like basically if you get hit 20 times every second, right? So after 20 seconds, or how do you say, if all 20 times are used up, that means it will have full immune by default. Yeah, you'll have full immune by default. So I can show you guys this right now. So if we go here, right? And we and get his HP to actually no. Yeah, see, we can see now I have 5%. Now it's 10%, 15%. See, it's additive. So basically, it's just add. So it's not like yeah. So how do you say? So eventually, after 20 seconds or after it get hit 20 times, it'll have full immune. That means you don't really need full immune. I mean, well, it might be safer if you still have it. However, you technically don't need it. You technically don't need it because you already have it. You see, it's 40 seconds in. It is taking a while, but still. Technically, it have a good full immune, technically. So, again, it's not over the top. This one is not over the top, but it's still something extremely stupidly broken. So, yeah, just full immune. You know, just give you full immune. Here you go, I guess. Yeah. So anyway, this is the reason why Becas are absolutely insane. Becas Awaken are absolutely insane. So, like, yeah, the thing is, none of his skills are bad. None of his skills are bad at all. None of his skills are bad. All of them are top tier. Like, all of them, if any pilot even just have one of them, they can be pretty OP. So, yeah. So, yeah. And okay, so now let's get into so now we know about the skills. Let's get into the skill orders. So for skill orders for PvP, I go with 2, 1, 4, 3. So yeah, skill 2 because I love the 40% ability CD increase. The amount of things that you can spam with it is absolutely insane. So yeah, so that's why I go with 4 first. Most people will actually go for 1 first. I don't really know why. Or what's it called? From what I see, there are guys to go for 1 first. I don't really like it. I mean, the thing is, if you have Awaken, you can already max, you know, the first 3. So there's no reason on the, you know, on a person. But I prioritize 2 first because of the 40% ability cooldown. So yeah, and then I'll go for 1 because, you know, the final damage, final defense is just too good, and of course the force use thing. So that's what I use. Good for PvP as well. And then I'll go for 4 because 4 gives you final. Because if the thing about 4 is, if you don't max out 4, then you cannot get the what's called the full immune. That is why I always want to max 4 as well. And the last one, and I will actually level up the revive last, because the thing of revive is, even if you revive it last, you still get the revive. I mean, it doesn't go up to 100% HP, but it's still a considerable amount, right? You still get to like 70% HP, which is good enough. Good enough. You don't need to, you know, the 30% HP. I don't really think is a big difference. And unkillable as well. You know, it is not too different as well, I think. So overall, I will actually skip out on 3 because most people, I think a lot of people will actually skip 4 because, you know, it takes time and stuff. But I skip 3 because 4, if you just leave it at, you know, as is, you do get a full immune. 3, of course, in most cases, if you max out 3, might be better. But personally, I don't think it is too much of a difference. Personally, so this is why I skip 3. And this is a problem with a lot of Awaken pilots, because most Awaken pilots are, most Awaken pilots, or pretty much all Awaken pilot skills are good. Therefore, it's really hard to pick which one, you know, which one is better, which one to skip, and which one to not skip. So but that's for PvP. For PvE, I'll go for 1 first. You know, 1 final damage. You know, you kind of need it. So 1 first, and I'll go for the second one second, because, you know, again, the attack, the ability cooldowns, just amazing. And then after that, I mean, for PvP, because you probably wouldn't die with the PvP, so 3 and 4 doesn't really matter. Oh, but however, you might want to revert your skill 4 to your old skill 4. The old skill 4 is Becas can use his AS twice. Although the final damage is not stackable if you use it again, but it does make your mecha to force use the XL twice. That means if you're using something like Carestia, right? You can force use this XL twice to do massive damage to the boss. Therefore I'm gonna go with 4 first maybe, but yeah, maybe I'll go for 4 first and then I'll go for 3 last. So honestly, for both, I'll go for 3 last just because it's not too much of a difference. Yeah, it's not too much of a difference. So. But yeah, so that's about it for the Pirate's Order. And for the Mecha partnering, for PvP, so for PvP, most mecha that is not a support should work. So, put it on put it on Shinkana Dragon, put it on Shingetter, put it on anything, anything you think of that is not a support, put it on, just put it on, it should be good. Or actually, not as a support and not a range, because it's more beneficial, for it to, I guess, for it to do, that to be spamming action, or to be spamming, that to be spamming, melee actions, that instead of, doing range attacks. So overall, honestly, any melee units. One of the great thing about Becas Awaken is it's not picky about pilots. It's not picky about pilots at all. So you can put on whatever you want. So, and yeah, just honestly, that's similar to Carol. If you put him on the tanky mecha, it would just be even more tankier, even more hard to kill. If you put it on the mecha that is not too tanky, like a glass cannon, it will do even more damage while also being less able to be killed. So very awesome, very very awesome. So common usage, just most top tier mecha that is in support for both PvP and PvE. Yeah, literally. Back in NC and JP, whenever there's a new meta, or whenever there's a new meta mecha, people just put Slokai on, or not Slokai, that people just put Becas on, because you won't really go wrong with Becas. There's nothing Becas has will ever hurt any mecha. Like nothing Becca has will never benefit. Will never not benefit any mecha. So yeah, just any mecha. Put it on any mecha. I personally would suggest putting it on a glass cannon because it will just do more damage and also and also do a thing, because we already have really strong. Actually, I don't know, because we Hydra and we have Moray, so maybe you can put Becas on like a tanky unit like Shinkana Dragon or Himiko while having Hydra on the glass cannon and stuff like that. Might be better. So, and some mecha that might benefit from, or that benefit the most, Becas is piloting. So keep in mind, this is not the best mecha for Becas. This is just what's called. These are mecha that will not only work, but that will be more, that can perform better because of Becas. Like I said before, Carestia, because it can 4-use XO. Now using Becas Awaken, it might be more. Well, I wouldn't say good, because now we have now we have just the merchandise stuff, but it'll be more controllable now, right? It'll be more controllable. You can pick when to use, say in PvP, the PvE, right? Right after he uses his ult by default, they can immediately use the AS again for it to spend another XO. So basically, you can optimize damage easier. If you piloting the Carestia. So basically, it's more on the mecha and not on the pilot. Or how do you say? It's like Becas can make Carestia good again, I guess. So, and then of course add as well. The reason why add or add would be good is because of course 4-use AS add AS is good, and also of course and of course, the revive can basically make because revive can basically make what's called add the unlock. It's like the unlock is a second chassis for it to have like a longer clone durations. So basically, yeah. So honestly, just any revive that would be good, but because Becas have revive by default, plus depending on what you get, you will also get the they also get the ability cooldown or the ability cooldown refresh, so he immediately start using clones, immediately start using the AoE for my attack, and if you get a second one where you get an unkillable one, because you get a 60% lifesteal and as well as the 60% the ability speed up, then you can immediately use it out and gain back to the 100% HP again, while having the second chassis unlocked. So overall, this is the reason why I think it'll be good on Ad. And same thing with URMR. URMR has a similar chassis with Ad, where it will unlock its potential at at a certain HP, because have a revive and as well as the ability cooldown stuff. It'll be pretty good on URMR, so it can be back at pretty much full HP again with its chassis unlocked. So this is the reason why it might also be, or this is the reason why URMR might also be good with or URMR will be even better with Becas now. So yeah. So see, I also added notes here. So as you note, the above are not the best mecha for him. It's the mecha that will benefit the best from Becas. So, but overall, I don't know if these will still work, because why put Becas on Horace Valkyrie when you can put it on Shinka the Dragon, or put it on some other, like even Justice Magenta, right? You can put it on so many other units. So but it's more like if you don't have those units, or it's more like if you want to try to use the Horizon again, or if you want to use the Horace Valkyrie again in PvP, you can try Becas now, and it should perform better. So yeah. Anyway, that should be it about Becas. And also just notice the skill translation might not be the same in game. Me just using my direct translation from the NC text. So and for the builds is a bit more iffy, because the builds really depending on the mecha, but not the pilots. And another thing about Becas is you can really put on any builds and it should be fine. But actually, yeah, something to watch on is because if you are going to max out that his Awaken 4 skill, then you will probably not want to use skills such, or to use co-pilot skills such as full immune. That this one you probably don't want to use the full immune one, and you also probably don't want to use coding like this, because Becas already has it, right? Becas already has it. But if you do decide to not max out 4 and instead max out 3, then maybe you can start putting on the anti-status effect, or you can put on this one, so I think you can still get 100% even if you don't max it out. So just something to watch out on. So and also because you already have a revive kind of, I don't really recommend using rewind on it, and I don't really think you need it either. So overall, I think the best competitor for him would be, or for PvP would be this anti-knockdown from the board guy. And for PvE, honestly, just and for PvE just use final damage, just stack final damage, or just use anything stack final damage. Use her, or use or use her, or you can use Vestley, or you can use the Vestley combat. Anything that add more DPS should be good. So. And also of course Hongwu as well. Hongwu should also work too, so, for more DPS. Again, builds are more depending on your mecha and not the pilots. So yeah. Alright, so I think that's it for Becca's Awaken, and now we can go to Slokai Awaken. And before that, let me open up chat so I'm pretty sure I missed a lot of questions, and I hope I didn't speak too fast. So yeah. Alright, so let me see any questions. Alright, so yeah, thank you so much. Pledge just your comment. Does it stack if you spend? Yeah, doesn't stack when you spend. Talk about getting Ultra Instinct like Jago. Yeah, literally because getting Ultra Instinct. Does Saga Awaken get another awakening, or is it still trash? So far I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, but I feel like eventually maybe because Becas is just Saga Awaken are just really good. But the thing is, now with Becas Awaken, maybe we can play around with Saga Awaken, and see how they do, right? Skill 3 basically let Becca transform into Becca Man Blaster form. Yeah, honestly, yeah. Me hold Becca's for my UMR. Yeah, honestly, yeah. No period. How can other pilots face such maturity? They can't. This is the thing. The moment Becca's Awaken came out on NC, everyone just started being unoriginal anymore. Everyone just put them on Horizon, and it literally instantly everyone start using Becca's Awaken because there's no better pilots. So more OP. Yes, exactly. More OP Awaken pilots. Literally, more OP Awaken pilots. Yeah, more OP Awaken pilots. Skill for Becca's equip Warhammer 40k. Yeah, exactly. Just get full meal. Does this all won't active? Does this all won't active when animation when used? I don't know about that. I never had this problem. Usually when I use it, it will use. So, but maybe you can, but maybe you can try yourself. So, or test yourself then test. So. Can Awaken pilot be great on just magenta? It should. That definitely should, because again, Becca's Awaken won't. You can put Becca's Awaken on anything. It'll be good. Yeah, anything will be good. You can put Becca's on anything will be good. The thing is, aside from Becca's, how do you say? In EM meta, I will probably put him on Shingeki the Dragon, just to further annoying people, to make him more unkillable, because I couldn't think of something that can really deal with a Shingeki the Dragon that have a 40% action cooldown. So I don't know, is there anything that can deal with that? So yeah, but yeah, Awaken pilot should be good on, or will definitely work on just magenta, probably good. Yeah, it's already going soon. Yeah, very soon. Yeah, all around it. Yeah, any mech can be open. Yeah, any mech can be open. Yeah, sorry for alright. Yeah, sorry for so long wait. Is there any more questions? If not, then I'm gonna start with Slokai. So let's go into Slokai. First, Slokai. Alright. Is any people still here? 17 people. It's fine. Alright, so Slokai. Oh no, everyone will pick Becca's passage. No, because the thing is, I don't think everyone use it. People will probably be like testing out the different pilots. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, but I can predict, or not really. Like I'm gonna assume that because Shingeki Dragon will be very annoying. So. Should be good in Horizon 2 because person. Yeah. Most people use it. Most people use Becca's on on Horizon first. Alright, so now for Slokai Awaken. So I probably won't spend too much time on Slokai Awaken, but Slokai Awaken really, because how do you say it? Its 4 skills are really its most shining part. Because the thing about okay, let's start with the first one. So his active skill, reload and shoot all ranged weapon within 10 seconds. Reload and shoot all ranged weapons. Within 10 seconds, reload speed increased by 29% and increase attack by 56%. Range attack permanently ignore 35% of the pilot defense stats. How do you say it's that's not bad. It's not bad. That's a better version. It's a much better version of like open fire, right? It's a much better version of that. Should be pretty good on some pilots, or should be pretty good on some mechas. And also the permanently ignore 35% pilot's defense stat can also be pretty good into this meta, because people will start using Awaken pilots, so they'll have a lot of defense stats, and by ignoring 30.5% of that, you can do more damage onto the high stats pilots. So. But the thing is, it's not like something as game changing compared to Becas ones where it just gives you a 18% final damage. But overall, it's not bad. It's not as flashy as as the times 7 beam one, but it is in a PvP perspective and a PvP. Yeah, in both a PvP and PvE perspective, it's a better skill. Skill 2. When a non-ice attack hits, the target healing ability will be reduced by 5%, and their attack reduced by 3%. Triggers every 1.4 seconds, stackable, or triggers every 1.4 second. It is stackable and can activate up to 20 times per battle. This skill sounds really good on paper. However, you have to know that it can only be activated up to 20 times. Although it's stackable, but how often are you only gonna be attacking on one? For example, this skill will be pretty good if it's only attacking on one target. For example, a boss. Then that'll be pretty good. But the thing is, I think most boss might not be affected by this too much. So, yeah. But see, it's good against single targets. But when you're in PvP where you're doing damage to like 4 units at once, then this will start kind of be not great. Maybe you have 3 on this guy, you have 5 on this guy, and you have 10 on this guy. Again, it's like 10 is still good, having 10 on them is still good, but overall, how do you say, it's good, but there are limitations. Yeah, it's good, but there's some limitations, and as I said down there as well, some Mecha's healing ability might not be effective. So, but overall, not too bad. I believe, especially in the PvE too. So. Skill 3 is actually pretty good. When attacked, the enemies will be dealt a strong acid effect that goes through immunity. So they can have full immune all they want, but it will go through it. The acid will still go through it. So not bad. Not too bad. While siphoning a small amount of HP, I don't really know what a siphoning means because I directly translated it. I think it means siphoning. I don't know if she gets heals from that, but what we know is whoever attacks Slokai will definitely be taking damage. So that's overall pretty good. And of course, and also cut their controls. So basically they couldn't move for a short while. So very overall, a really good move on keeping him safe. It's basically like a shield move, but like a better version. I wouldn't say the better version because they do different things. But overall, this is a really good move that can really, I guess, benefit that can really benefit it on survival. And I believe some of these effects can also affect bosses as well, which is the reason why people use her on tank or boss lockers. So when a boss attack him, it can be affected by some acid maybe or some CC effects. So. But I don't know if this actually works. But people put them on tanks, and people have said that that's the reason why they put it on tanks. So overall, not bad. Now for the last skill, this is a skill that is the reason why Slokai is so good. It's just 21% final defense decrease on her target. Just for example, if you already have a DPS that is doing like 80% of damage, with this you can probably do 90%. It will speed up your PvP, it probably won't be too much difference if your PvP team is not, are not well set up. But if your PvP team is well set up, then it'll be pretty pretty broken stuff. Yeah, and it's just because it benefits the team that is good. As I say, it's top tier in PvE teams. No one have taken Slokai off top tier PvE teams ever since Slokai Awaken has been a thing. Just to show you guys how strong it is. So yeah, and that should be about it. For the skill. So now that's about let's talk about skill orders for both PvP and PvE. For both PvE and PvP, it's about the same. It's just 4 skill first, then 3 for the for guarantee acid and the and the cut control and stuff like that. Keep herself alive because she being alive is very important for her 4th skill. Second one because it is good, but it is that is good on paper, but it's not as good as the other 2 ones. And lastly, we upgrade 1 because 1 is not really something that is how do you say? It's not really something that is it's not something that will make too much of a difference. I guess it's still good. It is good, but it's not something that will make too much of a difference. You definitely want to upgrade level skill 2 more because you do want to apply as much debuff as possible. So yeah. But yeah, and plus the role, what you notice that although she have like a active skill that seems like she should be beat on some high damage mecha, but to be honest, most people use her as a support because just like compared to even some other non-Awaken pilots, she doesn't do as much DPSs. So most people use her as support. That's why people usually skip AS because active skill is offensive, but it's not really needed on her when she's a support. So, yeah. But that's that. And even though I talk about PvP, pretty much no one uses her on PvP. I mean, when she came out, there was some uses to test it out, but after like 1 week or one week or so, no one really uses that Slokai Awaken anymore. So. But again, she will never be gone, at least for a good while, in any top tier PvE teams. So yeah, she shines. She actually outlived Becas in her usefulness because because there's been more and more broken the win part. Again, Slokai is still good, right? I mean, no, sorry. Becas is still good, right? It's just there are even more stronger ones coming out. So, but the thing is, Slokai, I don't think anyone can beat her anytime soon. So, and mecha pairing that I said before, support. You can put on support like Infinity or something like that, where she can, be a support, or if you want her to be, if you do want her to be attacked by burst, if you do want her to be attacked by the boss, and if you can ensure she can survive, you can put her on boss lockers or a tank, so she can be being attacked by the boss, being that apply all these debuffs while surviving, and also locking out the boss, and just having the 4th skill there to benefit the whole team. Boss locker using on Lex is like the one that's shown right now is what most people use her on because it's just such a good pilot. It's just such a good mecha for her because she can she have life steal, she can lock the boss, she can do this and that, and Lex can survive pretty well for for Slokai as well. So and see. But the thing is, if you don't have like a good team setup, or if you don't know what to pair her, or if you're confused on what to pair her on, as long she can survive in your team, she is fine. As long she exists somewhere, she is fine. That is fine. So if you don't know how to build it, just make her live, and you're all good. And for PvP, again, I would say preferably don't use her on PvP. You can maybe use her in PvE. But some of her skill does take some time for it to take effect. So overall, I don't suggest it. But if you do want to use it, then most range support will probably work too. Or most range support will probably work. So yeah, and the thing is, most range support are not too safe in the today's meta as well. So you might need to do some tests. But again, she's just not built for as a PvP pilot, even though she had a really good skill 3 that can be really good in PvP. So, or yeah, that could be really good in PvP. So, and so for the common usage, so what people mostly use it on are on Lex, because Lex can that I said, you have lifesteal, can keep Slokai alive, can lock bosses, and is the most optimal team. It's the most optimal mecha for Slokai to be using, right? Because Linda Awaken, she'll be doing the damage with the DPS. Elaine Awaken, she'll be doing the damage with the just as magenta, and support will be up to Liuman, right? For the Unknown Who. These three are pretty much needed, and of course she's also needed as well. And she will just make just as magenta as well as Rebello do so much more damage because of the 21% debuff. So and the thing is, you can also if you don't have Lex, right, and if you already have like a boss locker and you don't want to use her as a boss locker, you can technically use her as a like a, how do you say, as a ring support as well. So if you do Slokai, I'm gonna put on Infinity, right? Put on Infinity, and I'm not gonna do like a whole build out, but just know that one of the things that she can do as like a ring support is that because she have all co-pilot slot open, similar to Slokai or similar to Becas, you can put on any skill or any skills that might be required for the boss. For example, some boss uses a lot of its weapons, so you want to use ammo break. For example, you want to use ammo break. Where is ammo break or ammo steal? Where is she? Yeah, you want to use the ammo break so you can take bullets away from the boss to do further boss lockings basically and further support. Or you can put on skills such as like where is it? You can put on skills such as this one. Wait, I don't know what the skill is called in what's called in English, but let me tell you. So it's her it's her where's she? Yeah, it's her special skill. That every 10 hits, it basically cleanse and knock back the boss for a little bit. And if you that the boss have a lot of special effects, that special effects or special buffs, they can use this one to cleanse them basically. So, and maybe and if you already have those things, you can technically just put on some buffs like like these ones where you can just just further help your teammate out on the damage and stuff like that. So so overall, this is what you can also go for as well. But so that should be it about Slokai. Is there anything else? Is there anything actually I need to watch on? Honestly, the only thing that you really need to watch on is that most of her skills are mainly targeting one unit, or will benefit the most if she only have one target and not two or more targets. So that's only the only thing that you really need to watch out on. As for builds, not too much different, just your normal basic PvE builds, and of course she having a completely free up co-pilot skill open up into so many abilities. She can do so much roles as long as she can she can do pretty much all supportive roles, pairing with different pilots or depending on the mecha and the co-pilots, and so guys, amazing, good. So, I don't really know what else to say. And again, that I noted here as well, the Mecha are just properly uses on her for JP and for Unseen JP. As time goes on, better carriers for Slokai might come eventually. And basically, it might not be as good anymore. Or Lex might not be the best for Slokai, or might not be the most optimal for Slokai in the top PvE team anymore. But the idea is the same, right? The idea is the same. Put her under boss locker that can survive, so it'll be the most optimal. So ideas is the same. It's just the mecha might be different in the future. So Anything else? Yeah, anything else? I think that's about it for Slokai. So, any more? Alright, so, let me open up, questions and see how much question I have missed. And also, how do you say? And also, what else? And, yeah, you know what, never mind. That's about it then. Alright, there you go, alright. Alright, let me talk. Alright, and before that, let me change the music real quick. Yeah, let me change the music real quick, cause, we've been hearing the same music for a long time. I can't change music now. Yeah, let me change music. No, system error, no. Nani? There you go. Oh. So it's a bit... it's fine. Alright, so, let me answer every question in order. So, siphoning, doesn't that imply take one for oneself? So yeah, if it does take one for oneself, so you know what? Let's try it right now, right? Let's try it right now, and see if it does take it. So let's take some damage, and let's. Yep, it does. Yep, you're right. It does siphon out, like does take the HP for herself. So yeah. Slokai is a poster child of Iron Saga. Yeah, literally poster child, because she is a god tier than poster as well. Can Himiko be used as hammer? Yes. However, you kind of be a waste, because Himiko do a lot of damage. So you probably want someone else to be hammering while Himiko be doing the damage, right? So that's what I suggest. But it definitely can. It just, even when hammered, Himiko might, or he told me, never mind. Oh, never mind. He told me be used as hammer. Okay, he told me be used as hammer. I think so. Yeah, if you want to use Hitomi with hammer as a boss blocker, yeah, for sure. It shouldn't go wrong. I mean, there are better options or more optimal options, but if you do want to use her as like a hammering tool, then yeah, then that'd be good. Is Slokai in Narrow Rex good or so-so? Saying so-so will probably giving you too much credits. I don't really see anything that Slokai has that can benefit. Yeah, I don't see anything that Slokai has that can benefit Narrow Rex in general. So I don't really see that. Yeah. So it's probably not yeah. So it's probably not as good. So you can, like, her skill can probably like proc. Well, her skill can proc no problem, right? Like, her skill can definitely proc no problem. But how do you say? Yeah. Overall, there are better pilots for Narrow Rex. So, I think her skill procs the effect. For which effect? Yeah. Honestly, I'm pretty sure her skill can proc most effects. Yeah. So, yeah, because I don't think Narrow Rex have any ice attacks. So. Let's stuff all the Awaken in 4 rows of SGD before they nerf it. Yeah. Alright. Now, that should be it. Okay, so I think that's everything for, Elaine. Let's go to, Carol. Alright. There you go. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna close the chat again. And again, I will answer the question after I finish talking about the thing. So, see if people still left? Just 17 people. Oh my god! Thank you guys all so much for staying, man. Thank you guys all so much. Alright, so starting from Carol. So Carol, Carol is very because thing is Carol. I actually don't have a lot of experience with. However, after doing some research for this live streams, she can probably be also one of the best pilot or one of the best PvE pilot for EM. But the thing is, most people will probably go for Becas because it's more popular, and I think overall is more and overall I think Becas is more worth it because Becas is good in both PvP and PvE. So, but Carestia is still good, very very good, especially in PvP. So starting point is AS. Choose the lowest HP ally to vow or pledge. So I don't know how to pronounce it, but that's kind of like the meaning of it. Basically, it kind of like make a promise with with the lowest HP ally, kind of protect them, I guess. So both that ally and Carol will regen 40% HP. That's a lot of HP, right? So that's a lot of HP. And then her, so only her, only herself, her self action cooldown, weapon and action changing speed will increase by 80% or by 18%. Yeah, by 18%. And her target also, and the Vowed and the Pledge ally, their attack and their defense will increase by 18% permanently. So overall, it's a skill that encompasses everything. First of all, it's probably one of the best healing move in the game. 40% HP for both herself and lowest HP. Broken. Pretty broken. And also, of course, the buff, the permanent buff, is a skill that encompasses defensive, offensive, healings, and just and supporting everything combined to one, basically. And especially for her self cooldown, for self cooldown, 18% self cooldown, really, really good. Again, it's basically a transition core right there. Anything any self action that is over 8% is already pretty good. So this enable her to be even more tanky with the action spam. And another crazy thing that she has is the weapon and action changing speed. This means she will have less downtime she'll have less downtime of not using any action. So she can chain into actions much faster, chain into weapons much faster, having more iframes, having more the invincibility and do DPS much more. So overall, very, very great. Yeah, very, very great skill. Even if it doesn't heal even if it doesn't heal ally, even if it doesn't heal at all, even if it doesn't buff ally, just having the self cooldown and action changing weapons and weapon action changing speed by 18%, these alone are already top tier skills. So overall, first skill pretty good. And the second skill, every 1 second increase melee attack by 4% up to 20 times, and after stacking increase after the stacking is complete, increase melee and defense stat by 20%. This one is a bit more basic, but it does give a good chunk of the offensive buff, because 20 times 4, that's how many? That's 80%, right? That's 80%. That's 80% melee damage right there. After after 20 seconds. So overall, huge damage boosts. And of course, the melee and defense stats increase are also really good, because again, keep in mind, these are Awaken pilots. Awaken pilots have over thousands of stats, and all of them can be calculated into more damage and more and more defense. And by increasing it by 20%, it really further boosts its melee damage as well as its defensive abilities. So overall, good skill too. Yeah, good skill too. And skill 3, melee weapon range increased by 20, and defense melee range increased by 20, defense increased by 35%. and when your HP is lower than 40%, final damage taken are reduced by 35%. Just overall defensive. Again, make you harder to kill after your HP are lower than that 50 that 40%. Again, combine this with other final damage taken reduction skills, you will do the enemy will do so little damage to you. So overall not bad. Of course, the melee weapon range, that thing is pretty good too. It can really help out on some short arm or short sword what's it called? Yeah, the short arm short sword mechas. So, and defense 35%. What is it should say? Just more defense, I guess. Yeah, more defense. Just stack defense on top of defense on top of defense. She is really the true definition of the tank. Because, for Hydra and for Moray, they are tank, but I think they're a bit more, they're more gimmicky. That's a tank, but she is just stacking defense on top of defense, just reduce your damage, reduce, reduce damage, so, yeah. And now for the skill 4. This skill 4 is her most, in my opinion, the most broken one, because, when HP are lower than 30%, 5 seconds immune to all damage permanently get 20% all type lifesteal and 80% status effect immunity. And immune to knockdown. What? See, this is the thing. This is the thing that I'm talking about on the safety net. The HP safety net. So you know how UMR, AT, and some other units where their chassis will only activate once their HP are at 1/3. And this skill works perfectly with those mechas, because 30%, that's 1/3 HP. So once UMR or ACT hit hit 30% HP, it'll unlock the thing, and at the same time, or around the same time, she'll also be invincible to all damage, and then you can start doing damage to use the 20% all type lifesteal to get all of your HP back. And you will probably not be affected by status effect, because you have 80% status effect immunity. And you also put it with some parts that can make it to 100%. And of course you're immune to knockdown. Just straight up immune to knockdown. That means you don't need chassis stabilizer anymore. You don't need, the board guide anymore. You can free up your co-pilot slot to whatever you want. So, again, I don't think there's a skill that straight up give you immune to knockdown, except for the board guide ones. But this skill almost gave you 100% status effect immunity. But the thing is, you can just put on they can just put on the radioactive coat to make it 100%. And yeah, overall just awesome. Just very awesome. And again, you get it permanently. So, during that 5 seconds of immunity, say you use that 20%, do some ult and stuff like that, get your HP back to full health. After that, you will permanently still have the 20% all-time lifesteal, as well as pretty much 100% immunity and immunity knockdown. How is this allowed? It feels like I'm reading Himiko's chassis again. So, and this is the reason why you see I put Love as a co-pilot, because she doesn't need anything. She doesn't need anti-knockdown. She doesn't need status effect cleansing. So I'll just put on that would just put on support, because she probably will be a very, very, very safe carrier for Love, because you can really put on whatever you want. So, and this is why I put the aura or something that can benefit the other team on. So yeah, overall pretty awesome. Is there anything else? But yeah, anything else? Alright, but yeah, that should be it. So now, let's start with its skill orders. So, its skill orders, for PvP, I go for 4 first, 4 the safety net. The safety net is just really good. You definitely need it. Yes. So for PvP, start with 4, and then there's 3. The reason why I go for 3 is because because it kind of, how do you say? It kind of like that doesn't synergize with her 4 skill, but it can help you slow down your death if you're getting killed too fast, with the final damage, with a final damage taken reduction. And plus it's kind of offensive too, because now your weapons can reach more people because your weapon range are increased by 20. So that's pretty good. And then and then I go for 1 because 1 is just overall great it's just overall great move. It's just you need the action cooldown. You need the action cooldown. The meta now is just spamming, they're just spamming more and more, spamming more and more, the abilities. So having this is really, really good, as well as the changing speed. Like, imagine combine this with Shingeter Saga, where it increased by 30%. Both coming together, that's increased by 48%. So combine that, imagine Shingeter Dragon just constantly, without gap, just spamming his actions. That would be an extremely scary sight. So yeah, overall it should be pretty good on it too. So and then the last one I'll go for 2, because 2 is really just like a damage boost. Because Karo's role is not really to do damage. Therefore I skip on 2, because I don't really think it's kind of like min-maxing her to be defensive, which I think is how she should be, I guess. So, and her second skill is the only one that doesn't really give a lot of defense, except for the 20% defense has. That is also good, but I don't think that is as impactful as the other skills. That's why I do second skill last. In PvE, however, the thing is, I don't recommend using her in PvE at all, but if you do want to, these are the suggestions that we'll go for. So first one, of course, the active skill for the for the action cooldown and the weapon changing speed, as well as your partner's the attack as well. So yeah, I'll definitely go for the first one first, and of course the second one, because if you're doing PvP, you probably won't be dying. Therefore, you can do more damage with second, right? That was the second one, and then for the third. And the third one, that will be the third one, because you will have more range to hit the boss in PvE. So, and then lastly will be the safety net, because safety net is so good in PvP, or it's so good. Yeah, the safety net is so good in PvP, but in PvE you probably won't ever hit 38% HP unless something is really, really wrong. At that point, at that point is probably not, at that point, even if you do get the immunity, or you might still die after immunity, because whoever is killing you are clearly doing a good job. So that's why I put skill 4 on the last one, because you don't really need it in PvP than PvE. So so that's PvP and PvE. But the thing is, again, I highly don't suggest using her in PvE. It's not really worth it. Unless you don't really have any pilots, or your tank is just dying constantly, I guess. But even then, you might as well use Becas the Awaken instead. So yeah. Alright, so anyway, so mecha pairing for PvP, most melee mecha, it makes, honestly, kind of similar to Becas. It makes tank tankier, that makes tank tankier, and makes non-tank safer. So the only downside that I can see that is because it's also quite offensive as well as defensive. While Kara is just pure defensive, just maxed out on all the defense stats. So so yeah, and here I pair it with Shingeter Dragon, because Shingeter Dragon is known for the defensive abilities, so that's why I just combine it with a insanely powerful, defensive pilots as well. So yeah, overall that's That's the reason why. So. And then and for PvE again, preferably not to use in PvE, but if you do need to, it's pretty much the same as PvP. You know, you can put on a tank if you want, to take the boss's attack, or you can use it on a non-tank to make the non-tank not get one-shotted by the boss and stuff like that. So overall, great pilot. So, and then yeah, and the mecha, cause the thing is, I don't know what people used to use Kara on, back in the days. I think they do use her on, like, I think I see her using on Himiko, I mean, obviously, Shingeki Dragon, of course, so, yeah. But, the mecha that I think that might benefit from, the mecha that might benefit from using her as a pilot. So, UMR, because UMR has that, you know, has that chassis garbage thing, combine that with a skill 4, then you can have a safe, activation of the, you know, of the chassis. So, how do you say? So yeah, so, really good. That really good on honestly any mecha that requires your mecha to take damage first, or to take a certain amount of damage first. So, and for Ad, it's pretty much the same thing. You know, Ad also have a little, like a chassis, that can unlock at 1/3 HP, and using this skill, there's a safety net, so you don't just die, you know, instantly, after you reach 1/3 HP. So, overall, really good. And then, of course, the SGD, I just put it on because, you know, more defense, more iframe spam, you know, and of course, if you do get Shingeki Dragon to that low amount of HP, then, you know, after that, Shingeki Dragon will also get an all-type form. It'll also get pretty much a full immunity, and as well as anti-knockdown. So, you know, that will literally make Shingeki Dragon invincible. And plus, we all know Shingeki Dragon's, chassis is based on, you know, the damage taken, the damage taken had to be less than 2,000. And with Karo's just stacking defense on top of defense on top of defense, that can really reduce the damage to maybe less than 2,000 for Shingeki Dragon to heal and activate his chassis. So overall, very great, very great. And as I put down the notes here, the above might not be the best mecha for her. It's just a mecha that might do better if she is on them. So, and, you know, I have limited the experience on her, since I barely use her, and, you know, unlike where I've been using Slokai and I've been using Becas Awaken, you know, since they just got released. So, and what else? Anything I need to say? Anything else I need to say? So yeah, but anyway, I hope that should be it. Is there anything else? Anything? Yeah, let me think if there's anything that I need to watch out on. Honestly, probably not. Yeah, probably not. Because hers is pretty straightforward. Nothing, yeah, no other skills can really, like, will really be a detriment to any pilot, so you can really put on most melee would be good, so yeah. Oh, and of course, you know, the skill 3, increase the weapon range by 20%, combine that with SGD's, you know, claw to be even more range on your melee, so overall, that's pretty good too. That's pretty fun too. So, anything else? Caro. Feel like I'm missing something, but I don't know. Maybe I didn't. So, alright, well, you know, if that's the case, let's go answer some questions. Also, I'm sorry, the music has been off. Alright. Let me open up. Oh, there you go. And then let me... Alright. So, let's see the questions. let's do. It's so annoying to deal with PvP. Something by tanking. There's well, hold on. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I don't think there's much. I don't think there's much question. Oh, there you go. So Carl will make me feel better about never getting Hydra. They do different things, I think. Yeah, Hydra is more of like a gimmicky defender, I think, or like a gimmicky tank. Cause like she once she get hit, she teleports around. Like change places. Siphon out. Siphon HP and stuff like that. It's not like conventional tanking, I guess, but it is tanking too. So, well, Carl, she just stacks HP upon, or no, not she just stacks defense upon defense upon defense. So really, yeah, it's kind of different, but yeah, I'm pretty sure, Carl can be a better tank than Hydra, depending on the mechas. So Carl good on Gila. It should be pretty good on Gila, yeah, it should be, because the safety net can really, can give Gila more time to survive, right? So, yeah, should be pretty good, on Gila, yeah. Or say Hydra. If you have Hydra, I think say Hydra. Because from what I understand, Carl, you usually use it on UMR at, like those mecha were they trigger something, right? That where they trigger something at a certain amount of HP, or just put it on an even more tankier mecha that can be more annoying. So, but yeah, but if you want to use Gila on it, I think she would definitely work. I can also try out different, because I'm pretty sure some situations Hydra will be better, some situations Carol will be better. So is Carol's active skill 1 effect permanent for the rest of the battle? Yes, it's permanent for the rest of the battle. She will get, she herself will get the the action cooldown increase, the weapon changing speed and stuff like that for 18%, and the ally will get the 18% attack and defense buff. So overall, good. So yeah. Anything else? But yeah, anyway, I think that's everything. I'm probably gonna be posting those segments on YouTube. So yeah, that guys can definitely look out for it. So what else? Anything else? I got me so tired. So, and again, if you want to know the exact calculations, join our Discord. I will try to find the calculation that we had, and I'll send it to you. And if I didn't, just ping me, just constantly ping me, and I'll answer it, because recently I've been busy. So. But as long as you keep pinging me or commenting, I will find a way. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for coming. For now, let's see how many people was left. 20 people. Wow! Oh my god! Welcome. Well, since there's still people here, let me try to roll something, right? Yeah. Let me try to roll. Oh, so she'll be good on Zenjuche. I'm pretty sure she'll be good on Zenjuche. Yeah, pretty sure she'll be good on Zenjuche, because Zenjuche is a glass cannon and stuff like that. So no. Alright. Also, yeah, the new mecha, the new angel mecha, the new free to play killer mecha. So sad. A lot of people NC people start quitting because of this mecha, because it's just anti free to play. But yeah, then we'll see how she really affects. So, yeah, and for those who just joining, we just talked about the Pilot Awaken guide. So if you guys want to know more about it, you guys can feel free to rewind the stream. So, alright, but I'm not gonna roll for her today. I'm gonna roll for more Zen, more Gen Shenu. So hopefully I can get or I can get this one. I'll just use up my tickets. So And again, any questions, feel free to ask and stuff. I'll do my best to answer them all. So, and again, I'll also post those screenshots of those things into the thing. So, but first I was a violin and a shoulder kidding. Yeah. Sorry your comments. Yeah. Honestly, that'd be so cool. Yeah. Ooh, Sharon Trophy. Wish I was here already. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's really weird. Like, I don't know why. They is not here yet. So, also, I think I'm gonna be very sad today. Yep. No. You know what? I'm use gems. How many do I have? Yeah. I can do, yeah. I just need one. I thought I could get one, I'm good. Alright, let me change some music. Where is it? I'm gonna do Magical Bubble. I'm gonna turn the sound up a little more. Alright. Okay, do I have one more? I think I do have one more if I use the gems here, I think. Sad. Very sad. 3 pull vagina, nice. Yeah, but they didn't really pull on the down that mecha, cause yeah. Oh, 500! I get 500 coins for that? 500 Awaken coins? That's neat. That's really neat. Really neat. Nice. Good. How do we get gems, guys? How do we get gems? I don't know. I just need a few more gems so I can do another 10 roll. But, I don't think that is gonna happen. No, alright. 69 boxes. No, I don't know why I used gems on that, but it's fine. Screw it. There you go. Alright, good. So I got some gems. Alright, last pull on Zhen Shenu. Shrimbuk. Probably not gonna get Shrimbuk. Oh, also one thing, Reno also got, Reno also got a thing, so. Got it, alright. I think I'm gonna be very sad today. Cause, nope. How many rolls are like 50 rolls? Yeah, I think it was 50 rolls, right? 30 seconds left, so. Man, shit. Life sucks. I'll probably do like a stream this weekend just to answer any more questions, and by that time I will try to roll for Zhen Shenu and how do you pronounce her name? Isarifel. There's a Fel. Isarifel. So, is Mazinger Z Saga even relevant? Any content anymore? I still remember using it. Not much. It is. I think it is usable in mid-range arena because I don't think there's much mid. Oh, actually, is there mid-range? I don't think there's a mid-range arena, right? So, for now, it is mainly board wiper, I guess. Like if you're playing normal PvE, right? If you're doing normal PvE where you're fighting a lot of grunts, then Mazinger is more like it can probably clean out the map pretty fast with his X out and with his huge attacks and stuff. But aside from that, I don't think there have been much more use of it. But I still have it though. I still have it because that is kind of I don't really regret, and I don't regret like that. Yeah, I don't regret getting it because I don't know, it's just pretty unique. Again, it's a mid-range and it's pretty interesting too. So pretty cool. Israfel is how to pronounce it. Biblical. Okay, Israfel. Thank you. Then you turn SS. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Also, see, after this mecha is out, so if you want to know about what this mecha do, right? This mecha basically punishes you for not, if you don't roll that mecha to 9-star. And now people is joking that, one day that we're gonna be comparing how much money, like basically the amount of money we pay in the game will determine how good we do in the game or something like that. I don't know, things like that. And yeah, and honestly, I don't blame people who start to quit. I don't know how many people actually quit, but pretty much the biggest streamer, like the biggest guide maker in NC, just say, look, if you haven't spent money in this game, quit. You quit immediately because, or if you just started in this game, quit immediately because, or because now they're doing this, where it's just completely screwing free-to-plays. They don't know what's gonna come next, right? They don't you don't know what's gonna come next. What's next? Comparing, how much money that you spend. So, that is a joke, right? That is a joke, but it is what some people is feeling. Yeah, that is what some people is feeling. Personally, I don't think I don't think it matters that much because again, the thing is, I guess it depends on why you play this game, right? Do you want to play this game for the mecha, or do you want to play this game for PvP for the arena? If you're playing this game for the mecha, does it really matter if if you're how do you say? Does it really matter if oh shit? Does it really matter if the mecha is strong or not, right? As long as you can, how do you say, the mecha that you get for free, or even if you just roll something to 7-star or something, most of them can already get you through stories, can already help you fight bosses and stuff. So does it really matter if you get punished, or how do you say? I feel like the majority of the players are not PvP, are not based on PvP, or are not focused on PvP. I feel like, they do. I'm pretty sure most people do care about PvP, but not like top level PvP. I can assume so. And if you're just playing this game for the mecha, then it doesn't really matter. Sure, that's kind of funny that it made like a free-to-play killer, I guess. But this game is, for EN, you can probably, you can probably be competitive, as a free-to-play. But if you are just a normal player, it doesn't really matter, man. I don't think it matters. So, yeah. And the world's gonna continue to and honestly, nothing's gonna change. But it's just but that guy maker is just just quit if you just started. Honestly, yeah, it's not that serious. Yeah, it's not that serious, and I'm pretty sure he's just joking as well. But I can feel that he is pretty upset because as someone he been playing the game longer than me, so I can see that he is pretty upset in his video. So, but I don't really care because I'm not really a PvP player as much. I do PvP now because I need to do guides, but back then I don't really care about I don't really care about PvP. So also, if you guys don't know, this mecha is actually a long range, so prepare for long range arena to be absolutely screwed by this guy. So, because oh boy, what can deal with this guy in long range? Nothing can deal with this guy in long range, I think. Because you're using a melee in long range at that point. Like, you're literally using a melee. You're cheating. You're basically cheating. And how they justify it as a long range is because every action it does, it teleports itself all the way back, or all the way back to see. It go bounce on the enemy and it teleport all the way back, and they call it a quote-unquote long-range mecha. So it's kind of funny. So yeah, money is power. They made this into some magic and setting as a VTuber. Yeah, I just spent a little to get Shin Dragon, but I wanted because I hate incoming mechas. Yeah, honestly, yeah, same. Yeah, same. Like, I would not like. I'm probably gonna be completing all the collab mecha from now on. So I'm a free-to-play person, but I do spend a lot getting some hard limited mecha. Yeah, honestly, I think people should spend money on this game, not on the mecha, but on the skins, because the battle pass skins are pretty good. Yeah, they're pretty good. I mean, unless you're content just looking at it, you know, from the unlock page, which is fine, but I think the most worthy thing to spend on in this game are skins, because the skins, I think they are top notch of all the games that I have played. So yeah, really top notch. For example, right? For example, I don't think for some people that would just join, right? See, this is live 2D now. Pretty awesome. It's so freaking cute. Like, it's so cute. It's so cute. That's so cute beyond anything. Like, holy crap! I can't like. Yeah, just so cute, man. Yeah. Also, Naruto can be hand master, but I was just thinking, yeah. Just a long range melee, yeah. Of course, except for this one, she's also, she's also live 2D. Her live 2D is a bit, I mean, it's good, yeah. Yeah, it's good. Also, one of the funny things, so if you pay attention here, right? They can see her, I guess, her bottom is like more showing. And I like how, I think they did the live 2D on purpose to make it more, as it like, to more like where it focuses on it more and it exposes more, kind of, I guess. So, oh my god, that rabbit ear moves as well. It's so detailed too, so very awesome. And then if we go look at the if we go look at the the one, yeah, that we go here, right? That we go to their we go to their skins showcase when they just when they are just teasing it. You can see they purposely hided it behind like a little like an air than the flowers, so they can pass the detections of Bilibili. So it's pretty funny. But I'm glad they like to, you know, they like to this though. It's so good. It's just bunny, you know, bunny ear, bunny skin. And also that the bunny is also live you know, live 3D as well. Oh, and that word, that her arm is also, I think, also stand for rabbit. So, pretty awesome. Anything else? Let me see if there's anything I should be doing today that I haven't done. Anything else? Yeah, but I'll definitely stay tuned on my video soon. I mean, I guess there's some new skins, which I'll probably just make some video about it soon. So, oops. Oh yeah, I mean, if you guys want to know about the Carestia thing, I mean, that is showcased in what's called in Wusheng. Wusheng's I don't understand Wusheng's chassis, right? If you guys read Wusheng's chassis, yeah, you know, aura, all enemies action cooldown reduced by 15%. At the same time, when they use actions, have a 15% chance of failing. So you can no longer spam action anymore because there's a 15% chance of you fail to use that action. I don't know how it works exactly, but yeah, now you have a 15% chance of failing at using action. And then his second chassis is even more weird. Continuously get chi and every second you get, and every second, or the amount you get every second is 300. And when you take damage, you will consume chi to reduce the damage into final damage amount. And when you use non-X ults, it charges. And when it charges 3 times, it go to a rampage or like a mad mode. And then what? And then you lost the chi that you got, and the effect. You lose the effect to get a chi, and then yourselves final damage amount increased by, or your final damage increased by 35%. At the same time, your next X ult, the final damage will increase by 70%. At the same time, ends the rampage and mad mode. What the heck am I reading? What is this talking about? What am I reading? What? Okay, so to put bluntly, so basically, Wusheng or Guan Yu will constantly be getting chi. It'll be getting chi, every second you get 300 chi. And when you get chi, you can use the chi to reduce the final damage, right? And then when you're not using X ult, so when you're using any other moves, right? Or when you're using ult, when you're using normal ult and not X ult, you will charge. And when you charge 3 times, you'll go to the mad mode. And when you go to the mad mode, you will stop getting the chi. But the thing is, even though you start getting the chi, your final damage will increase by 35%. And when you use your X ult, that X ult will have a 70% final damage increase, and it will end your mad mode. So you can start getting chi again and do the thing over again. Oh my god, this is the most confusing chassis ever. Like, I don't know what I was reading, man. Nani the fuck. I get a tired of Far East man. I only have 20 of them, yeah. I don't get it. I think usually when there are, I think usually when the time of how do you say it? At a time of Chinese New Year's, there will usually be a lot of Chinese mechas or Kunlun mechas. So yeah. But at least they don't do it too often now, I guess. Like back then, there was like 3 Kunlun mecha, 2 or 3 Kunlun mecha in a row. So very scary. Alright, well, I think that's about everything. I'll probably do another live stream if need be on the weekend maybe, but I have tests soon, so no promises, but I'll try to do one on the weekend for more questions. But again, if you miss any questions or if you want to ask me any questions, you can always just spam ping me on Discord. But just know I might not respond for a while, or I'm not respond for a while, until like next week, cause I'm pretty busy lately. So. But the thing is, just keep on pinging me until I reply. Just keep on pinging me. Ping me once every day, and I'll reply. So, what else? And you can also just comment down below as well. And a lot of time I miss the questions as well because YouTube hide comments for some reason. So you can just keep on commenting until I reply either. It's a boot tabel, but not yet. I think it's because it is also like a it's also like a not well performed mecha, I guess. So, that in terms of sale, I really do hope they come soon. Yeah, because you know that is very unique. So. Running Saga to Kunlun Saga to get the Saga. I wonder what the next Saga will be. Probably the next collab. Honestly, probably just actually the next might be. Well, it's not really Kunlun, but just a heads up. One reason why I say Carestia is not as worth it is because this pilot might or this what's called this I have because Zonghu might appear soon. Zonghu is a mecha that I really suggest people to go for or spend resources on because it's much cheaper and it's much stronger and has so much application. So yeah. But just this mecha I don't think is Kun mecha. But this mecha does have 100 usage in what's called then top 100, so just a heads up. Alright, how many people are left? 18 people, wow. Holy crap. people. Wow, there's so many people. Oh my god. Thank you guys all so much for coming. You know, please consider sharing and liking, sharing, and subscribing for people. To people who are interested. So yeah, I'll try to do Carestia. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Yeah, need another good range mecha beside Hertzberger and yeah. The thing is, this mecha doesn't really do damage. Per se, but this mecha does do the extremely good support. Also, for the future Awaken. So after these 3 Awakens, I'm definitely gonna be skipping over some Awakens. So all the Awaken that we have is so these are all the Awaken that we have so far. For other Awakens, I'm probably gonna be doing similar things where I'm just gonna talk about. I'm not gonna do things where where we're gonna be doing things like this, right? Like we're probably not be doing things like this, but I am gonna be talking about each of them on stream when they do come to EN. And a few of them I'll probably make a guide on it, like the ones that I know a lot of, like Linda, Trista, maybe even Kaz, I don't know. Edith, probably, yeah. But yeah. But, how do you say? Yeah, Pilot Awakens. Good stuff. I mean, yeah. Linda Awaken is honestly a freaking beast. Like, Linda Awaken is, hold on. Let me see, yeah, you know what? Let me do one right now. It's Raid Boss, right? Raid Boss, and it also, I think it also show you how strong, Slokai Awaken is too. Even though it's probably hard to tell. Do I have any? Yeah, I have Calamity poster, and let's see how this goes, right? So, yeah, the thing about Linda Awaken though is that you will want to use back to your old active skill, because the new active skill is good, but Big Sword is still much cooler. So, yeah. My record is 16 second. Yeah, my record is 16 second on on Calamity, but I think this one will take to 20 seconds. Yeah, I think this is a full Awaken except for Ashima. 23 second, not too bad. Yeah, Linda Awaken. Yeah, I mean, one part of that is because of one part is because Rebellion, but Linda Awaken is still something to be reckoned with. Yeah, the 50% of her damage, half is probably within that Awaken, and half is probably Rebellion. So yeah, and then we got the the Slokai supporting, which is good. Slokai taking more damage, triggering their effects and stuff. Yeah, not bad. I also have a video soon about Zonghu to showcase you guys how strong it is. That video, I'm gonna pick a date to release soon. Maybe this weekend too. If I'm not gonna stream, I'm probably gonna be posting that video this weekend. So, all right. Is there anything I haven't talked about? I feel like yeah. Honestly, yeah. I feel like I'm missing something, but at the same time, I don't know what I'm missing. So yeah, I'm so confused. Alright, well, let me see, how was that? I'm probably gonna end the stream soon, so, alright, alright, well, I'm gonna end the stream soon, so thank you all guys all so much for coming. Today was really fun. I hope I did a good job, but I don't know if I did, yeah. Thank you all so much for coming. Yeah, I'm gonna type it down in the heart. Yeah. When I see Awaken, when I see Awaken come, there might be a rerun. Yeah, there might be a rerun because that's what happened in Unseen. But the thing is, I don't know if it will be. Actually, I don't even remember if there was like a fully fledged rerun. But something will happen, and I think IC will also be the IC will also be the how do you say, yeah, IC will also be how do you say, be available to be hired permanently. So yeah. Also, if you guys want to know more about Pilot Awaken, right? So if you go on our channel, right? So if you go to the homepage, right? Oh, 18 people who are watching, nice. Thank you guys so much for seeing fun. Yeah, there you go. So this playlist, Pilot Awaken, this playlist contains pretty much the one that I posted. I posted about Divine Empress. Divine Empress Awaken is pretty broken. Becas Awakens, Trista, Awaken 9-second clear boss and stuff like that. So if you want to know more about these Awakens, feel free to check these videos out. Keep in mind, some of the skill might be buffed or some of the skill might be nerfed. So just know what you see might not be the final product, or might not be what happened in Ian. So, and plus the meta is different, so they might not know. So, this playlist and as well as these videos should come out as well when you search out on YouTube. So, yeah. Yeah, okay, thank you so much for coming. Yeah, thank you so much for coming. I don't want to get it out of the way before my final starts, because, well, not my midterm starts, so. I'm gonna be putting, I'm gonna timestamp this, but I'm also gonna be putting the segment, the segment where I'm talking about the pilots onto YouTube, so people can just watch, because a lot of people, I know that they don't get, what's called, how do you say, live streams doesn't really show on search results, so I'm gonna be making a video using, doing that segment, so people can have a better idea on it as well, so, yeah, thank you so much, thank you so much. That's what I always say, yeah. yeah. Get also, yeah, useful links, if you want to join Discord, find them on Twitter and stuff, and the links to the playlist are all in the video description. So. Alright, well, with that being said, goodbye.